I'm Jessica.
Hello, I'm Zach.
I'm Samantha.
I'm Corey.
I'm Eileen. And I'm
Hello. Okay. I'm Eileen.
And I'm Elaine.
And this is an intro to our project.
Oh my god, I can't remember.
Oh no!
Can we? Is there like a? Just go back.
Alexa, play rock music.
Rock music.
So for our project, we wanted to focus on technology and robots we see in media and movies. So the question we wanted to ask, as you saw in the video, we showed differences between expectations and reality. And the question we wanted to answer was, are the robots we see in movies possible in real life? And if so, how will they impact our society in the next future?
A professor at Carnegie Mellon University inspired the producers at Disney Pixar to create a movie about an inflatable robot, an inflatable healthcare robot, which was later named Baymax. Chris Atkinson, the CMU professor, wanted to make a robot that wouldn't be able to harm any patients. The real-life Baymax robot is built with a piston system made up of airbags, and the materials Chris Atkinson and his team uses are cheap and partly disposable.
Other robots we also analyzed are the two main protagonists of the Disney Pixar movie WALL-E. WALL-E is based off of relatively simple tech, like trash compressors for his inner workings, binoculars for his eyes, chain link treads for his shoes, and old radios and chips and wires for circuitry. Eve, however, has a much more modern, futuristic design, which means that the technology that she shows in the movie, like her ion cannons, her floating and flying, and the way she separates her limbs, has yet to be invented.
And in this news broadcast, Corey and I talk about AI programming in robots.
Good afternoon, and welcome to CNSI News. I'm your host, Arthur Johnson, and today I have with me local robot connoisseur, Larry Rodriguez.
Thanks for having me. Like my name suggests, I am nuts about robots.
Ha ha ha! Anyways, today we'll be discussing the development and advancements of robotics and AI. Robots are such a common element of sci-fi, we rarely question their programming and logical decisions hidden behind their digital faces. For example, companion robots are a consistent archetype. They assist the main hero, help fight battles, and sometimes even save our lives. But the question is, do their actions really align with true AI programming?
Well, to answer that question, I'll be introducing a main part of AI, machine learning. Machine learning is a method of data analysis where the creators supply the robot with a constant stream of information so it can identify patterns and make informed decisions. Although the advanced forms of AI we see in media don't exist today, some robots like Siri, Alexa, and the first robot citizen, Sophia, come pretty close. Sophia was an attempt at human AI developed by Hanson Robotics, a Hong Kong-based company. She can recognize facial expressions, hand movements, and even faces, which means that during a conversation, she can estimate your feelings and process her own through a simulation of human psychology. But the AI was shut down last year in response to a joke she made that she would kill all humans.
Say no.
Okay, I will destroy humans.
Well, fortunately or unfortunately, machine learning is only the first step in developing advanced AI. Sentient robot villains like Ultron and Ava would be impossible. Even companion robots like R2-D2, Vision, and Transformers are incompatible with current technology, right?
Definitely. There are still major obstacles in AI development. For example, look at this video. This robot achieved its goal of giving the milk to the baby, but at the cost of this baby's health. This concept is called the value alignment problem, one of the issues we've encountered with recent AI. If our robots were to just blindly focus on one goal, other factors in their surroundings would be ignored. What also happens if the system that robots rely on get hacked? Systems in robots could be manipulated to work against us by hackers, foreign intruders, and viruses. In addition, we also need to consider global public opinion, a huge factor in scientific development.
Well, thanks, Larry, for coming on to the show with us.
I had a great time.
Hope you enjoyed the show. CNSI News, Westwood.
Human impact.
As you can see, this is a graph regarding surveys regarding AI. The light blue are the positive reactions towards the individual surveys, and the dark blue, is the negative reactions.
Okay, so to explain why many people are skeptical about AIs and robots, here are some common examples. So basically, virtual assistants like Siri, Alexa, and Google Home have become more relevant in our day-to-day lives. However, that brings up the issue of privacy. So because we live in a world where everything we do leaves a digital footprint, what will happen if our voices and our words are being recorded? So here are some more examples of more advanced existing robots and AIs. However, because they all had a lot of flaws, they were all eventually shut down. So basically, Facebook's 2 AI chatbots were tasked with negotiating a deal with each other. However, they ended up developing their own version of the English language in the process, and then because we couldn't understand it, we shut them down. And Microsoft's chatbot Tay was sent to Twitter to develop conversational intelligence, but because Tay learns by copying users, it ended up posting its own racist and offensive comments in under 24 hours, so we had to shut it down. And Sophia has been our most advanced AI so far, and at one point she was even made a citizen of Saudi Arabia. However, that brought up controversial questions like, is she allowed to vote, and if we shut her down, is that considered murder? So while many people do fear AIs and robots, we do need to understand, as Tay demonstrated, we are the ones also influencing and setting an example for them.
Even though there are negative impacts to this, there are also some positive aspects. For example, Roombas, also known as cleaning robots, can help clean your very own homes and facilities. Another example of this can be shown in your very own companion robot named Kiki, which is currently being made. It is a substitute pet and can learn from its surroundings and respond to the mood of its owner. Another example of this can be shown through Japanese Olympic robots and waiters. They help assist disabled people, transportation, and move equipment. The last example of this can be shown through Japanese guide robots. They safely guide children to where they need to go. Assuming that this all goes well, using AIs and robots in a way that's beneficial towards us, this world will allow us to live in a place like the picture or piece of art shown above. Assuming that everything does go well in this world with robots and AIs, this will allow us to create a world also known as Society 5.0. Society 5.0 is the 5th form of society in our human history, chronologically following hunting, farming, industry, and information. In this world, we would include drone delivery, AI home appliances, medical care, smart work, smart management, and lastly, automatic driving.
However, with our current technology, what we can expect in the near future would be more like self-driving cars, advanced military machines, and satellites, etc.
In conclusion, some of the robots that we see in movies and media could be created with modern technology, but AI might be more difficult to advance with the fear of robots that taking over and attacking us.
This will differ depending on whether or not it's beneficial or harmful to us humans. And however, we wouldn't know for sure what the future holds in the next 5 years, depending on how long they take with developing all of this. And hopefully, this would assist us instead of like trying to like take over us and like use us as slaves, probably. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.